So this would be the first night of what I would consider feeling halfway normal in the van. Feel a little bit better because now I got the shelf in here that got everything up off the floor. We needed some serious moving around space, and these were getting in the way, but of course we needed it for our clothes and such. So I went to Home Depot and got one of these 6-foot long wire shelving units. I had to cut off about 4 inches on the end for it to fit, but it fits right on top of these slats perfectly. Now I zip tied them in temporarily, but I think I want to strap them in with something more temporary so we can move them in and out very quickly. Now the problem is this of course sags really bad if you have any sort of weight on here, but it's super strong if it's supported. So again, at the hardware store I got some nylon strapping with those PVC clips that you'd see on backpacks, so that way I could bring it up and make it nice and taut. And then for just a little bit of extra measure, went and got a underhang for clothes, so that way we can hang up our jackets and such and put anything up. Like we're thinking about probably getting a little shoe hanger so that we can keep our shoes up off the ground and keep the floor clean. But as you can see here, we have our from home, our trash can hanging up on the wall. We're still a little cluttered right now. We have to clean out this trash, and we actually spilt some body wash and so out of one of our bags, so it's all over Aloha's sweater, so we just put it up out of the way. But we're using we're going to end up getting some hangers to put stuff up on the wall, maybe web mesh so that we keep stuff up. I had a web mesh up there, but it was really weak. You can see these broke off, so but it was a really good design, and so we think we might go ahead and replace it. As you can see down here, we've got the dogs sleeping away in their own little spot. As you can see, we're no wasted space whatsoever. My toes clear, and then I can touch the back window if I want to. You can see that I'm on the top bunk. I have plenty of room here. Like if I put my knees up, still got another 6 inches up above it, and I can turn on my side and such if I need to. I have a light source and a fan up above my head here because I'm a fresh air freak and I always have to have some sort of air movement going through. Don't have anything powered up to the van yet, so everything's running off of battery power. This is a nice little power unit that my in-laws sent. I believe it's 12,000 milliamps with just a little tiny USB cord that goes here, and I can turn on the fan. Now this has a built-in battery system, but something's wrong with it. It hasn't been running properly or when it's charged. I'm thinking about returning it. I might have had a defective unit. So far though, this is really cool. It runs all through the night, and with this battery pack, which I think the battery pack that's inside this one, if it was working properly, is the same size, I can actually run this fan and light for a few days, which is perfect if you just want fresh air. Should have gotten one of these for camping a long time ago. You can also see that we have our installed, now this one is running off of the van power. Super fancy exhaust fan. It's fully enclosed outside, so it's not one of those flappers that comes up. It actually has a full grill so that no birds or people can get in, or any light or anything. It's really nice. There's an automatic sensor here that I can set my temperature. So if it's hotter or cooler outside, it'll actually reverse direction in order to get the proper airflow and keep the temperature where you want it to be. It's all automatic. It usually comes with a remote, so that way I can do it from the driver's seat without actually having to do anything but just have power. So no switches, nothing crazy. However, I don't think he installed it right. This is auxiliary power for a light, but I think the computer system on the van keeps on trying to figure out what this draw is. So about every 30 minutes to an hour, the car will actually pulse a light for just like, I'd say, 1/10 of a second. And it'll usually shut this fan off and it'll close automatically by itself. But you can manually open it here if you wanted to. Didn't want to use all the fancy stuff, but one button, it spins around. It's kind of noisy when it opens and closes, but completely airtight. So you can hear how quiet it is now. Actually hear Grace down below me rustling around. Believe it or not, the nights have been fairly quiet, non-eventful. Only problem we've been having is this top panel gets really cold, and the vapor from our breath is condensating quite a bit, and I'm worried about rust, especially as you can see this wasn't installed exactly properly. Might have someone go back and redo it. As for everything else, you can see we have the bulkhead up here. It's covered with a day-night sheet so it doesn't let any light in. The windows have been blacked out using spray-on Plastidip. Works great. Saw it on a forum somewhere. Thought, no, I can't have a solution for only $2-3. And sure enough, you go buy a can of this stuff and it sprays on, and then all you have to do is like peel it and it peels right off and see right back outside. And you can't see with this bulkhead, but I actually removed some of the bolts. I don't have any hinges, but I attached it with some zip ties so I can actually move from the front to the back of the cabin pretty easily. And then of course, our crown jewel here is our indoor toilet. At first, Grace and I were quite reluctant to get this thing, and it's kind of embarrassing, but oh my god, it's been a godsend to be able to pee whenever you need to and poop in an emergency. We've only had to poop in it once. I know that's too much information, but the good information is that you can't smell a thing when it's closed. There's a bit of an odor that's been coming out of it when it's open, but I need to buy some more of the blue stuff that comes in it, and so far we've gone over a lot of bumps and gone around turns, and all the other stuff over here's fallen out, but this toilet hasn't moved an inch. Holds 5 gallons, so I'm pretty sure we could use it for a week straight without having to empty it out, but we've been fairly religious to get rid of it. So you can see we can still have some toiletries up on the wall, and of course it's really easy. Just turn on this vent. It's 900 cubic feet per minute, which is enough to evacuate a gigantic house. So it works great in here. But then we have the doors to the right. You can see if we have all of our lighting when you need to for an emergency, and our keys so we don't lose it. And you'll see down here, go upside down. Say hi, Grace. Yeah. Oh, she's on her phone. So we have a few things under the bed. These cots are rated for 1,000 pounds. Didn't believe it at first, but Grace and I will often get up on top together when we're cuddling when it's cold. It also converts into a couch, which opens up this area quite a bit. We plan on mounting our iPad up on the wall over there. We still get broadband from Comcast in the neighborhood, 30 megabits, which is pretty nice. See, the dogs have their own food and water, which is actually behind this other door, so we can get in and out without that going anywhere. We'll put some non-slip carpeting down. And then I think that's it. Now, the cool thing about all this is that everything we have here, when we go to our storage unit, we can pull out of the car in about 5 minutes, sweep it all out and clean it, and then I have a tarp that we put on with magnets that keeps everything watertight, and put it down a rubber rug that goes down so that we can transport the dogs, and then we swap it all back out when we're done and move back in. It's good incentive to keep it all really nice and clean. Got nice air fresheners in here. It actually smells really nice, and I just got back from the gym and showered, so I smell good. Laundry, still need to do some laundry, but when the laundry's done it smells real nice. So see, there was that flash, but the fan wasn't on to turn off. So and that's it. This is our new abode. When we get up in the morning, and I'll show you outside and kind of show what our routine is.